All right, everyone, we have gotten to the end of the week leading up to Louisville Regional. It starts tomorrow. Um, I will be traveling there Friday morning. I don't know what video I'm going to put out Friday morning, but yeah, this is the final fourth video of the Street Fighter Challenger Deck series video series, I guess. Series. We're ending with Jamie. I've actually got to play some Jamie on TTS with the boys on Crash Course this past week. He is fun. Um, I think power level wise, whatever that means to you, I think he is probably the most viably competitive, with Ryu behind him, probably Luke after that, and then Chun-Li at the bottom. Sorry, Chun-Li fans. She's still decent, but she's probably the worst of the four. But yeah, man, let's get into this crazy character. It's crazy. This guy is nuts. He is so much fun to play. So we start off with Jamie. He's a 722 air, fire, and water. We are on the air main symbol. He's a brawler. Response commit once per turn. After you play an attack, add one drink counter to this card. Enhanced tenacious. Your attack gets +1 speed and 1 damage for each drink counter on this card. Max 4. If your attack is completely blocked, we get to ready it. Unfortunately, we don't get to stock up on drink counters. But if we do play the Drive Impact reversal attacks, we get drink counters on our rival's turn. I just like using them as a resource. After you get your 1/1 counter on, you can just start going crazy. You keep just readying him. You just keep using that, and then you ready him. You can use that, ready him. You can use him kind of like how Osprey 1 was used as a resource at sometimes. Get into the attack. So we are an all-attack, high-attack lineup. We are playing Falling Skies. I forgoed Besieged because it's not a high attack. I decided to play Aerial Goblin Bolt instead in the 3 diff slot. I thought that kind of filled the role better with this attack package. So obviously we could just mix and match, but yeah, I think this is maybe some of the coolest cards he can play. So we got 3 copies of Violent Anima Shot, 4 difficulty, 3 check, 1 low block, Breaker Range Tech Weapon, 4 high for 5. Blitz, commit 1 foundation, remove 1 backup from any stage. If you did, draw a card. This gains flash. Response, after this attack deals damage, your rival removes 1 random card from their hand. So a lot of people were like, Chris, why are you playing this? Because when you remove a backup, it gains flash. So my thoughts on this is, we don't always have to push that button. If they don't have backups, we're just sending this with stats, and then they have to deal with it, or we're ripping a card from their hand, right? Like, let's just say we get to 3 counters. That's a 7 high for 8 base. And then they have to block that or deal with it, spend resources so they don't lose a card in hand. So we're kind of winning either way, especially if they partial block it. And then we're really winning, which you would never partial block this. You would just lose the 1 card out of your hand. Falling Skies, which is the real kill con of the deck outside of his Jamie himself, putting 3/3/4/4 on stuff. 4 difficulty, 3 check, 1 low block, 3 high for 5. First enhanced, this attack gains throw. No more attacks to be played this turn. Enhanced, this attack gets 1/1 for each printed high attack in your card pool. So it just wears stats very well. Jamie's a stats character. It just felt very easy to do that. Fast Hybrid Chimera Kraken, 5 difficulty, 3 check, 2 high block, 4 high for 6. Fury ranged. If this card is added to your momentum, add it face up. Super sweet. Momentum once per turn. Your attack gets +2 speed. Awesome. Commit and freeze. 1 rival foundation, and then commit 1 rival asset. So we need ways to deal with assets and deal with problem foundations. This gives it. This wears Jamie's stats very well. It just gets bigger, and people don't like dealing with it. Next up, we got Aerial Goblin Bolt, 3 difficulty, 3 check, 3 high for 3, 1 mid block, ranged and weapon, blitz, seal 1 rival foundation, response flip card pull. After a blitz or enhance ability has been played, cancel it. So what's really cool is that this card actually can just deal with characters as we string along in our string deck. We can just cancel just chosen enhances, or like blitzes aren't on defense. So offensively, if we block, we can deal with blitzes and enhances on offense. So that's really cool. Also, what's really neat about Jamie is he isn't keyword gated, or like he's just drunk counter gated, I guess. So he just gets better and better for every counter he gets. I wanted card draw on attacks, and Electromoth gives us really good cycle. 4 difficulty, 3 check, 2 mid block, 3 high for 4, charge ranged. Enhance, discard 1 card, draw 2 cards. If your rival has 10 or more foundations, draw 3 cards. Very sweet. We're not a giant, which would be amazing if he was a giant. So this allows us to give us some cards draw and cycle as the game progresses. We don't have a whole lot of draw on our attacks, or like in the deck we have a lot of like supplemental draw. This gives us more proactive draw because we're always going to push that discard of foundation to draw more attacks, right? And the card that makes Jamie go, break in. 5 difficulty, 3 check, 1 high block, 5 mid 5, powerful 3, fury kick, response, drive 1. After you play this attack, add 1 drink counter to your character or ready your character. So this card is just, it's just the best thing in him. So you just slam this, you response, use the drive, get your counter. They could fill without it. Big whoop-de-doo, you already got your counter, it did its business, and then you commit your character to get another 1/1 counter, another drink counter. So then you're at 2/2 right off on your first attack, which is very cool. You're halfway there to max power. 7 mid 7 is nothing to laugh at as your first attack, especially if you're just poking. If you poke with this and they take 7, it's a win, man. It's the only non-high attack in the deck because it's that good. Late game, it's a powerful 3 move you can just yeet your opponent with. It's a double kill con with Falling Skies, so if they deal with this, Falling Skies could kill them. It's just a really, really solid attack. And then a little bit I changed this up. I had Frog Hop in here because I thought that was the funny haha move. I think Frog Hop is super sick. But this is better. Hardened Knuckle Punch. This has been in 3 of the decks I have shown this week. Because they'll have fire for 1, but this card is just really, really solid. It's 4 difficulty, 3 check, 1 mid block, 4 high for 4, Fury Punch Titan. Blitz, if your rival has cycled this game, this attack gets 3 speed, 3 damage. If you haven't killed them before they cycled, something went wrong. Response, after this attack deals damage, your rival commits 2 foundations. So, other than relying on Jamie's stats to help your rival commit out, this will kind of soften them up, because if they don't full block this, which would ready our character, they have to commit to, and that can be backbreaking at some points. This card's very, very good. It is a rare, obviously. I thought it was an uncommon for some reason. I forgot this was a rare. 2 copies of Tattered Costume, 2/5, 2 mid block, unique. Sacrifice after your rival plays an ability on an action card, keyword ability on an attack card, cancel it, draw a card. We don't like Fill with Doubt. We definitely don't like Runaway. We don't like Barrier Shield. We don't like Breaker. We don't like Stun. We don't like EX. So yeah, we just don't like a lot of things. So we're just going to cancel and draw a card. And then to the actions, we got a Filled with Doubt, and again, Kai's Guidance. This is a little bit of defense. I think we could, if we found ways to cut the deck down, because right now it's at 66. If we found a way to cut the deck down to like 64, I would say that we would add in another copy of Filled with Doubt. So we go to 65. But right now we're sitting at 66. So we'll go to sort by difficulty, I guess. We got 3 copies of Warm and Bubbly. We're only playing 6 zeros because we may bump it up to 4 and cut 4 of 8 zeros, and then cut, like, you know, a Moment of Normalcy and or a Young Boss, but this is just like a version 1. So we got 3 copies of Warm and Bubbly, 0, 5, 3 mid. Flip, if you're taking damage this turn, gets -2 damage. Class membership, 0, 5, 3 high. Response, flip after you partially block an attack, gain 2 health. We got, starting our 1 diffs, we got Nedre Chan of the big 3, 1, 5, 2 high, destroy your foundations, tech gets 1 damage. If it's blocked, gains a health. This is just to keep us out of deadlock and put a little pressure on our rival, so if they block it, we get to either ready our character and gain a health, or deal damage and gain a health, so that's pretty good. Rescue Specialist, or I love to call Tanya Harding, 1, 4, 4 mid, enhance. If your character's committed, we get a speed. Like, it's free value in our character. Yeah, sure, it's a 4 check, 4 mid, but we're always building it because we get free speed, and free speed kills people. 3 copies of Fearsome Transformation, 1, 5, 3 high block. Flip, discard a card. If you have no momentum, discard a card. So it's just card cycle to start. If we have some momentum, very good. Next up is Guardian Angel of Chinatown, 1, 5, 3 high block. Flip, after your rival plays an ability that reduces the damage of your attack, its damage cannot be reduced by your rival's effects this turn. So if they try to, like, 9 Titans you, or, you know, set it to 0, you just go, nope, sorry, man. We got 3 copies of Young Boss of Chinatown, 1/5, 3 high block, response tenacious flip after your rival's combat phase begins, ready this foundation. Gives it a little rebuy power on committal turns to say we went a little deep and we couldn't kill him. We get to ready it and then, boop. 3 copies of quick response. This is one of my favorite cards out of Jetburn, and I hate to play against it because if I want to build into Deadlock, I'm probably dying. 2/5, 3 low block. Enhance, destroy foundation. This high attack gets 2 speed. Deadlock enhance, change the zone of your attack. It gets 1 speed. So obviously we're playing all hives except for break-in. So what will happen is our rival will hold all high blocks. Let's say they go into Deadlock, we call all lows, and then we just kill them. Incompatible quirks, 2/5, 3 mid block, unique. This card isn't ready during the ready step. Commit, this attack gets -2 speed. We have Tenacious, remove a foundation, ready this foundation. So this actually works pretty well with Science Bros, but I don't really like playing like a 2-card combo like that, especially in a deck that doesn't like draw a million cards. This deck doesn't really draw a whole lot of cards, unfortunately, because we got Rescue Special, Fearsome Transformation, and we have Electric Moth. We got Tusk-Tooth Crew for Cycle. It's very hard to just guarantee we're gonna have those combo pieces. 3 copies of Rifle Arm, 2/5, 3 low, enhance commit. If this attack gets +2 or -2 speed. If this is the only attack in our owner's card pool, it gets +3 or -3 instead. So this gives us a little pressure offensively and it alleviates pressure defensively just because we're going to have to block a few things just because we only have 22 health. And the reason why I went on air, Defiant Stance. This allows us to pay for drive abilities. Or commit abilities. I believe this is the only commit ability we have. Yes, is break-in, and it's fine because we're a string deck. We don't want to commit out foundations. So playing Defiant Stance gives us a way to pay for cost. If we played Aerial Kokosho, we could play it, but I don't think Aerial Kokosho is very good. Yeah, I think that's just we just play break-in because it's just free value. We just get to ready this card and pay for drive for free. It may be a little bit of a meme or a little bit of a Christmas land play, but in testing has worked pretty well. 2 copies of Latent Skill, 2/5, 2 high block, flip, discard 2 cards, draw 2 cards. We got card cycle. We want to draw more cards. Mikasa defeats the female Titan, 2/4, 3 low. Response to after we block an attack, it deals no damage. We're a 7-hander. We need to block, and then we also can't partial block in some instances because that will just lead to death. Tusk-Tooth Crew is my second or third favorite card in this deck. 2/5, 3 high block, ally, enhance once per turn, discard a card, draw a card. Brawler champion response, flip. After your attack is completely blocked, we get to ready our character and then ready a foundation that has not been readied, which is really cool. Moment of Normalcy, 2/5, 3 high. The unique, enhance commit, returns attack to its printed speed or damage. It's Moment of Normalcy, man. And then Dedicate Your Heart, 3/5, 3 low block. Once per turn, sacrifice a foundation, ready one foundation that has not been ready this combat phase. Allows us to rebuy on Moment of Normalcies, Rifle Arms, Incompatible Quirks, just anything that gets tapped down by our rival. Allows us to reuse it. In the board, we got another copy of Genkai's Guidance. We got some Radiant Visage for Momentum Hate, Childlike Appearance for a speed reset, a Cheerleader to give an attack flash, another copy of Filled with Doubt, 2 copies of Cape of No Return, and then we got 2 copies of Lunar Ring. This deals with assets. We don't really have a way to deal with assets in the main board. We could play this on the main board, but again, if our rival doesn't have any assets, then it's kind of just a 4 high for 5. That is on a 5 diff, and that we're only playing 7 5 diffs, and there's not a lot of space for it. So, but it's in the board in case we need it. So that's it, guys. That is the last deck of Street Fighter 6 series. Again, tomorrow starts the Louisville Regional. I hope to see you there. I hope you guys are ready. It should be a really good event. We're almost at 200 players. I think we're at 192 the last I checked as of recording. We may have more. I can't wait for it. It's going to be a blast. Don't forget, come up and say hi, introduce yourself. I appreciate the support. And don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit those bells for notifications. Who's your favorite Street Fighter character that has been released? Who are you hoping that we may get if they do another one, or a booster set, or promos? I want Manon and Cammy. I would definitely take Guile. I'd just take a whole Street Fighter 6 set, please. Yeah, and give me Terry and Mai while you're at it, 'cause that would be awesome. So until the next video, take care.